Official single of the movie Witch.
Yes.
Cool.
Carl and Dan here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial.com for short. Been waiting to do this, picking an opportunity. Was hoping me and Brendan would be able to hook up for it, but we haven't been able to yet. So haven't had enough. It's been out since Halloween. We are now going to finally check out the Ghosts of Atlantis' new single, Devil's Dawn. Of course, this is the single from the upcoming Witch movie, which Ghosts of Atlantis are heavily involved in as well musically, which is really, really cool. If you don't know about which movie it is, let me just find the details. I'll read its official synopsis. Medieval fantasy thriller horror set in Dornbrook, England in 1575. William must prove the innocence of his wife, Tyler, who stands accused of being a witch. William must hunt down a real witch if Tyler is to be spared, but unearthly events make them both look doomed. Written and directed by Craig Hindi and Mark Zammit. So that's coming later this year. So yeah, this is the first official single for the movie Witch, a video and all. And of course, this is Ghosts of Atlantis, a band very near and dear to our hearts. Musically have blown us away with their previous album, the debut album, the debut album 3.6.2.4, of course, musically. Brendan was the one that kind of really got into this band first, and he's the one that spread it far and wide. Caught them live a few times, Bloodstock, another event last year, and so on. So it's cool to see them involved with this movie Witch, because of course, you know, it's a horror movie as well. I will eventually get around to checking out too and reviewing it, so it's really cool. And I haven't had the opportunity to actually sit down and check this out. I didn't want to watch it before I eventually got to do a reaction video, so it's cool to kind of sit down and do it with you, Dan, because I'll imagine you're familiar with this band, but musically, how much?
I know them. Of course, I've been around Brendan enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have never listened to them. They were at Bloodstock, were they not?
Yes.
I don't think I saw them.
Not this year, the year before, the bigger year, the one during COVID times, 2021.
Yeah, I don't think I saw them, but I've definitely heard enough good things about them that I'm seeing this and I'm not like, you know.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, the thing about Ghosts of Atlantis is they are a small band, but they're a band I consistently look at and think, okay, there are clear, bigger things in your future. You just need the opportunities. And I think a thing like this is an opportunity as well. To be involved in this way is very, very cool. To have this video, to know that this track is going to be playing at the end credits. I think it said at the end credits and stuff like that. It's very cool. So I'm excited to check it out. It's not too long at 4:21. So let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Proper video as well. Nice.
Fucking hell.
Nice. Well, just a record label bit, Black Lion Records. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. I enjoy a lot of that. It's not usually the sort of thing I listen to. I'm appreciating a lot of there's a lot of the elements there, and I think it's actually very genre bending at times. I would say there's at times elements of metalcore in there. Especially with that like midway breakdown that I had like a reaction to.
Yeah.
Very, very palmy, you know. It's very up my street. I like both their voices. That's often a thing that kind of puts me off with this sort of music. It's a lot of the time the harsh vocals will be like not up my street, but I was enjoying them. It felt a little bit repetitive near the end. I think that chorus came on and it extended a bit too long, I think. But I really enjoyed the music video as well. It confused me at the end where they were suddenly on stage and then there was like bits of the movie, I presume, getting cut into it. But clearly very well made. There's a lot for me to enjoy here, and as somebody who's never heard of this band before, I'd be inclined to check some more out from them.
That's cool that you got that, like a lot of stuff from that. That live footage that's intercut in, I'm presuming we weren't there, of course, but I'm presuming that is from the August show, the Colchester one, where they promoted Witch and all of that aspect, as well as kind of like a live thing. So I'm going to presume that's where that was from. It made sense. Right. So as a person that knows this band fairly well to a degree and has listened to the album, the debut album, to enough times to stylistically hear the differences that are in Ghosts of Atlantis now. I mean, the production, the level of detail in that track is phenomenal. Of course, it's still sort of sitting in, elements of symphonic, black metal, bit heavy, death and all that. You're right, that little breakdowny bit was awesome as fuck. That was really, really good. I love the juxtaposition of the voices. You know, you've got obviously the harsh vocals, you've got the clean singing vocals that go high and soar, immense as well. But I even enjoyed just like the little statement moments where it's just like spoken word, almost, I guess, relevant to the movie. Because that's the thing, you've got to look at this as well, as much as possible to remember it's what it's based around and why it sits and where it does. Which is really, really fucking cool in itself. I think it sounds awesome. The guitar, when it started, that riff immediately grabbed my attention, and see that come back as well. It's really, really good stuff. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm almost intrigued to sort of see if like Gus Van Anders continue this, like, not massive direction change, but these little notable differences, you know, as they're moving in this song because of it being in a more horror element and stuff like that. With electronica synth style stuff going on too, would be really interesting to sort of see what comes next, really. But yeah, as a sort of like, we haven't had anything new since the album, to then get something this strong and this good and this impactful really, really pleases me. I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to take a wild guess. If I thought this was awesome, I'm 99% sure. I'll have to ask him. I'll have to drop him a message and say, right, we did this. I'm sure Brennan will fucking adore it, because like I said, I would put Brendan as the super fan out of the GBHBL brand umbrella, as it were. But I thought it was awesome. and you liked it. You thought it was good. So man, that's
It's a win for them.
Absolutely. Let's go to Atlantis' Devil's Door. What do you reckon? You got any thoughts on it? You know what to do. Let us know in the comments.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?